Welcome back to Golf Xtra. For a couple of years, Jason Day had it all. He was winning tournaments at the highest level, getting sponsorships from some of the biggest companies in all of sports, and it seemed like it would never end. However, things changed rapidly, and Day found himself in a long way down from his greatest heights. But how did Day get here? And how far down did he fall? Stay tuned here on Golf Xtra as we go through the entire story. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Now let's get right into the incredible story of how Jason Day lost everything. Jason Day is originally from Queensland, Australia. He grew up playing golf from a very young age and saw success in his playing. However, he had his fair share of challenges, even as a child. His father died of stomach cancer when Day was only 12 years old. The loss hit Day hard, and he resolved to become a great golfer in order to best honor his dad's memory. His hard work and dedication led him to have a successful amateur career in both Australia and the United States, including wins at the Australian Boys Amateur and the Callaway World Junior Championship in 2004. He turned professional when he was only 18 years old in 2006, eventually earning his PGA Tour card in 2008. It took Day several seasons to get up to speed on the PGA Tour, winning only one event in the first 6 years that he was on tour. Even still, his consistently strong performances, especially in major tournaments, raised his overall profile as a player. He became well known among fans of golf during this time and was even a fan favorite. He finished as the runner-up in 3 major championships between 2011 and 2013, but his career was really about to take off. In the 2015 season, Day made it to the top of the golf world. He won a total of 5 tournaments during the season, including his first and only major win at the PGA Championship. He even became the top-ranked golfer in the world golf rankings during this time, a title he would hold intermittently for the next year or so. However, his medical issues also started in 2015 when he collapsed after a second round of play at the 2015 U.S. Open. As it turns out, Day had been diagnosed with vertigo only a month prior, a condition that causes disorientation and dizziness. Day rallied even through this adversity, finishing the tournament tied for 9th. While his season was a success by all accounts, the vertigo diagnosis was a troubling start to what would be a difficult stretch of injury luck for Day. In 2016, Day won an additional 3 events, and despite a winless season in 2017, Day returned in the 2018 season with 2 more wins. However, Day started to deal with chronic back pain around this time, with the injury being serious enough that Day had to work on his rehab by simply blowing into balloons, a technique that he explained in a May 2019 interview at Quail Hollow. I was explaining the other day that I was blowing into balloons. Long story short, I try to keep my rib cage down. My rib cage gets up and then it blocks my mid-back and I can't really turn. So I get it from somewhere else, and that's why my back flares up. Considering that turning is an essential part of golf, it's no wonder that Day was struggling a bit in 2019. This is also the first time that Day publicly commented about his confidence. Even after such a successful couple of years, Day admitted that his difficulties with his back were serious enough that he was considering retiring in only his early 30s. As Day said, "It's hard. You have an injury. You feel like your world's ending because this is all you know and this is all you do. You're a professional golfer, and this is kind of how you live your life. This is my life. Outside of my family, gold is it." Sometimes it's difficult to ever think, is that the final thing that's going to push me over the line to actually hang up the clubs? Having a good wife, having a good support system around you, knowing that it's not about right now. It's trying to build to get back to peak performance. That's what you're trying to do. As much as Day might have wanted to build his confidence back, things only got worse for Day through the rest of 2019 and early 2020. Day continued to struggle to compete in tournaments, and he still hadn't won a tournament since the Wells Fargo Championship in May 2018. Day played well enough to be in contention at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, which led him to open a window into his mindset to reporters afterwards, saying, "I feel like it's been a long time since I've actually been out there and felt the way that I felt out there today and played well like that. You feel like your world is kind of crumbling around yourself, especially as an athlete who plays injured. And it's not a good feeling because there's some dark moments in there that you got to kind of fight through." Day added that his thoughts of retirement had only gotten stronger over the time since his last big interview, saying, "I was, for a moment there, thinking about giving up the game. When I was playing bad golf and I was injured. Like there's a stretch from kind of like the players up until now where I was really playing well. I honestly felt like and I've talked to my wife about this a lot. I'm like, I think I'm nearly done here just because of how much pain I was in. And then on top of it, how stressful it is to play competitive golf week in and week out and try to live up to the expectations, not only with yourself, but with what everyone else thinks that you should be doing. While things looked like they were turning around for Day at Pebble Beach, they weren't ready to turn around quite yet. For a stretch in 2020, Day turned in 4 consecutive top 10 finishes, but outside of that, Day was near the bottom of the leaderboard in almost every tournament he played. It was a similar situation in 2021, with Day often struggling with his back injury and general poor run of play, with only 2 7th-place finishes. In early 2022, Day again commented on the state of his play, saying, "It's just that you come from being the top of the world and then all of a sudden it kind of falls out beneath you. I'm just happy that I'm obviously not still out of it, but I'm glad that I've given myself a chance at it tomorrow. That's the ultimate goal, is to put myself in the position where I can win tournaments. I feel like it's been a long time. Even though I've had some good finishes here and there in the last 3 years, it's been difficult to know that, like, hey, do you want to keep pushing it? Because it's painful either way. It's painful if I walk away, it's painful if I keep pushing on, so I just had to kind of suck it up. You just got to understand that it's going to take a long time for me. It may not for other guys, but for me, it's taken a while. And just stay patient with myself and just stay positive as much as possible, because sooner or later, it's going to change." Even with all of these struggles on the course, the misfortune wasn't done for Day. Tragically, his mother died in early 2022 after a multi-year battle with lung cancer. Understandably, Day struggled to get back to golf after this, his recent run of form only compounding the difficulty in regaining his mental state both in his personal and professional life. In an emotional return to the course only 2 weeks after his mother's death at the 2022 Valspar Championship, Day told reporters, "I'm okay, I'm doing all right. I'll tell you what, if I was at home, I'd probably struggle even more. It's nice to be out here with everyone, and I've had a lot of love from the guys." Thankfully for Day, he started to play better in the second half of 2022, finishing in the top 25 in 4 of his last 5 events of the season. In 2023, Day has been in the top 20 of every event that he's played in, highlighted by a 5th-place finish at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Certainly looks like things are starting to turn around for Day. He definitely deserves it. We're pulling for him all the way, and we hope to see him in the winner's circle soon. So, what do you think about Jason Day's fall from grace? Do you think that'll get his career back on track, or is his golf game finished? Be sure to leave us a comment with what you think down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can watch our latest content updates as soon as they drop. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.